Welcome back. Well, the House voted last night to pass the stopgap funding measure, which will keep the government funded through December 4th. That avoids a government shutdown when funding ends at the end of September. A big vote teed up today for the framework of Reconciliation 3.0 as well. If successful, that gives Republicans one final shot at passing the president's agenda without Democrat support ahead of the midterms. And you just heard from our former guest, they want to put the Save America Act in Reconciliation 3.0. Joining me now is Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. He's the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee. Mr. Chairman, welcome back. Great to see you.
Good to be with you, Maria.
Do you think Reconciliation 3.0 will pass?
I do. I think it'll pass the House. We do the first step, looks like later today. But, yeah, we're trying to fund the government because, remember, the Democrats shut down the government twice this Congress, the two longest shutdowns in history. So we're trying to fund the government. We got that bill passed yesterday. We're trying to make sure our troops get funded. When you go to war, you have to replenish the ammunition, replenish the troops. So we're making sure we do that. And, of course, in light of what we learned about New Jersey, I think it just underscores the fact that we need photo ID for voters, which is the Save America Act, so we want to get that passed as well. So those are sort of the three big things that just make good common sense that we're trying to get done, as you said, before the August break.
So what are you going to do about the New Jersey story then at Judiciary and oversight? 6,600 non-citizens registered to vote, and Mikey Sherrill told us many of them did in fact vote.
Yeah, no, we're going to look into that. But we're also, I mean, this just underscores, again, what the president said last week when he gave a speech about the concerns he has with the integrity of our election process. One of the other things we're doing, Maria, and you know about this, is we're looking into Act Blue. Remember, the board chairman of Act Blue says it looks like at least $48 million they took in the last election cycle came from foreign sources. We've deposed 6 people from Act Blue. Every single one of them has taken the 5th because it looks like they lowered their fraud standards and were willingly, knowingly, potentially accepting foreign money into our election process. So we're looking at that. We will look at this New Jersey situation, anything to make sure the American people can be confident in how our election process works around the country.
Yeah, I want to play for you what Mikey Sherrill, the governor of New Jersey, said about all of this, because, of course, she's been asked about it. Watch this.
A serious software error in New Jersey's motor vehicle system led to the improper voter registration of what we believe to be roughly 6,600 people in our state. Some individuals indicated that they weren't citizens and weren't eligible to vote, but the software registered them anyway.
Congressman, your reaction?
Well, I mean, we'll see. This is why we need to investigate. She says we believe it was just 6,600. We believe there was a certain percentage of them who actually voted. Those are big problems. I mean, only citizens, of course, are supposed to be voting in our elections. Only Americans are supposed to be contributing to candidates in our election. That's why we're looking at all these issues. You know, there was a court decision a couple of weeks ago, too, where the states, certain blue states said we won't give you our voter registration list, which we can match with people who are here on visas, and determine this pretty simply. But the judge said, oh, that's okay if they don't want to give that. I mean, another one of these crazy decisions we get from a federal judge. So I think it's important we look at all this, do our constitutional duty of oversight, make sure we get the truth out there, and make sure we can correct this situation as we move forward. But what would help is if when you go in to vote, you have to show an ID. I mean, you got to do it everywhere else. Yeah. That is just good common sense, but the Democrats won't support that. And that's what's holding up so much important legislation in the Congress.
Well, I mean, I would say, is it just an ID or is it just proof of citizenship really is what it is? Because they are giving out driver's licenses, we know that already, to illegals. You've had people who are non-citizens driving Mack trucks. They can't even read the signs on the road and they're getting into accidents. So I don't think it's just an ID to vote as much as it is proof of citizenship. Is that right?
Yeah, it's both. And that's what the Save America Act has both in it. That's why, again, we want to get that passed. That's why President Trump is exactly right and been talking about making sure we get that legislation passed.
Meanwhile, the House Judiciary Committee voting to advance the permanent Trump Secure Border Act, which would codify many of the president's executive orders on the border. Congressman, when would you expect a floor vote on that bill? And is this now a pivot for the Republicans to once again emphasize your success on securing the border going into the midterm elections?
I think it's the logical next step. I mean, remember, President Trump secured the border. I still remember that joint address to Congress last year when he said, you know, everyone thought you needed new legislation to secure the border. Turns out all you needed was a new president. So we've secured the border, but step 2 is to make sure if we ever get another Joe Biden presidency, and let's hope we don't, or something like Joe Biden, a Democrat in the White House, and they're going to try to let in 10 million illegal migrants like what happened in the 4 years of the Biden administration, we want to have in place the enforcement mechanisms, the law in place that makes it difficult for that to take place. So step 1, secure the border. Step 2, pass the asylum reform legislation. That was a language that was in our bill yesterday. Stop, catch, and release, which Joe Biden did for 4 years. So those key measures were in that bill that we passed out of committee yesterday. When that comes to the floor is up to the leadership. But what else I think needs to happen is this sanctuary jurisdiction legislation we've also passed out of our committee. I mean, think about what's going on now in almost a third of the country. 18 of the biggest blue cities in our country, you have the politicians telling local law enforcement, don't work with federal law enforcement when it comes to enforcing federal law. It's just stupid. But that is going on in almost a third of the nation lives in a jurisdiction. And what happens is bad guys who are here, illegal migrants who commit another crime, are released, and then they go do terrible things. Like what happened to Sheridan Gorman in Chicago, the Loyola student who was killed on the street. We had her mom testify 2 weeks ago. Some of the most powerful testimony I've ever heard. That doesn't happen if you don't have these crazy sanctuary jurisdiction laws around the country. So we're working on all of that to enforce the good measure. It's border security first, but to enforce the laws that need to be enforced.
Congressman, last week you subpoenaed Philadelphia District Attorney Larry Krasner, requesting that he turn over documents related to the city's policies on illegal aliens. What have you seen in Philadelphia that's made you take that step?
They're just taking the soft on crime approach. You have these cities. We deposed the Arlington County prosecutor this last week. We had Mr. Descano from Fairfax County, Virginia, in for a hearing a few weeks ago. These DAs like Krasner, like Descano, what they're doing is they take into account, it's in their policy, they take into account a criminal's immigration deportation status when deciding what they're going to charge him with, what kind of plea agreement. In essence, they're saying if an American commits the crime, they will get a harsher sentence or a harsher penalty. They will be charged with more than an illegal migrant because we're a sanctuary jurisdiction and we don't want to risk them being deported. That's how ridiculous this is. So you have all these soft on crime DAs around the country who are embracing that crazy concept. And so we've been investigating all that. We've asked for certain documents from Mr. Descano. We hopefully, Mr. Krasner, we hope that we'll get that.
Well, the FBI is also apprehending a fugitive accused of over $500 million in Medicare fraud, saying that he spent nearly 3 years on the run overseas. Your thoughts on the administration's crackdown on fraud? It seems we're uncovering it under so many rocks.
Yeah, the administration's taken the right approach. They're saying we're going to be checking on the front end before the money goes out the door because we've seen so much fraud, particularly in Minnesota and California. So that is exactly the right approach. Instead of us sending the money out and then going, trying to find where the fraud took place, we want to do some safeguards and some checks and some balances on the front end before we send out. Remember what was happening in Minnesota? There was this program, Feeding Our Future. Back during COVID, they said we're gonna give meals to kids when kids weren't in school. We're gonna provide meals to children. Turned out there was no meals, no kids. They were just taking the money, stuffing it in their pocket, filling out forms saying, we fed so many people, but there were no kids there. You got to check those things on the front end before the money goes out the door. That's exactly what the Justice Department and the administration are now doing. I think that's the proper approach.
All right, we will leave it there. Congressman, always good to see you. Thanks so much.
You bet, Maria. Take care.
Chairman Jim Jordan. Quick break, and then it is AI Week once again here on Mornings with Maria. We are breaking down the impact of AI across major industries. We'll talk with ARK Invest CEO Kathy Wood next, as she is investing in AI. We'll talk about the AI race with China, the future of defense tech, and her investment in SpaceX. You're watching Mornings with Maria live on Fox Business. Stay with us.